Good morning guys, and welcome to this edition of Hikelopedia. This morning I'm on the border of Miaoli and TAIWAN counties, and I'm going solo today because first my son didn't want to come with me, and second Hugo rebuffed my advances too, so I'm on my own today and I'm going to be climbing火炎山, or Flame Mountain. Now, for those of you in Taiwan, this is a pretty famous hike and most hiking people know about it, although I haven't hiked it before, so I'm really looking forward to it. For those of you outside of Taiwan, it's called Flame Mountain for a reason. You'll see a bit later. There's a bit of spectacular scenery, and it should be spectacular because the weather is pretty good today. It's pretty sunny, so I'm all covered up. So let's get cracking and go and see Flame Mountain. And by the way, as you can see behind me, this trail is super busy. There's so many groups here today, so probably see a few other hikers for a change. Hello, doggy. Ah, 15 minutes in, and I'm really enjoying this trail. Luckily it's quite shady because the sun's pretty strong today, although it does kind of remind me of hiking in Western Australia. The scrubland and the kind of trees, it's bringing back some good memories. It's a really spectacular trail because you've got beautiful views over the plains below and over to TAIWAN, although you can't really see it today because the air quality is not so good. There's a lot of haze, but it's actually quite dangerous too. You check it out. Go over that edge and there's no stopping you. Probably 200-meter fall, so you need to be really careful on this track. Wouldn't want to do it at night. Can you see people up there? Now you're beginning to get an understanding of how this mountain got its name. Okay guys, I'm right on the edge of the Big Valley, as it's known, and it's pretty damn scary. There's a big drop right behind me. I'm not getting too close to the edge because I'm not looking where I'm going, but it's still pretty worrying, especially if there was like a huge earthquake right now. This probably would give way and I'll be down there in a flash. But anyway, I'm not going to hang around here too long. It's pretty beautiful though. The geology of this area is quite interesting. It all seems to be big football-sized stones, and bigger and smaller ones, all kind of compacted into soil, but it's not very hard soil, hence there's a lot of erosion, and I'd guess the trail has been changed many times over the years because certain sections wash away very easily, as you could see back there in the big valley. But kind of adds an extra thrill to the hike because you don't really feel safe anywhere you're walking near the edge, especially if you have a quick peek over there and see that all the tree roots and everything are hanging over. It's kind of scary. It's kind of interesting that as you get further along this trail, the erosion that's so prominent at the beginning disappears, and now it's all trees. So I'm kind of curious whether the erosion near the beginning in that valley was caused by man, or I don't know. Interesting question. I don't know the answer. Maybe some of you guys out there do. If you do, let me know in the comments. Oh, cool. There's a huge rest area, and there's just loads of people here having a cup of tea and a chat. Kind of like a retirement, an open air retirement home. This place is really cool. It's got first aid kit, it's got kitchen, and it's even got men's and women's toilets, which is quite handy. Correction, they didn't have toilets, they just have a secluded path and an area where you can go. But you have to clean up after yourselves. Not everybody does though, by the looks of it. Wow, the weather changed so quickly. When I arrived at the top 5 minutes ago, it was still sunny, and now, check it out, misty and quite chilly, which is kind of making me regret my decision not to bring a jacket. Now, cool little roadside coffee shop. I'm not in the mood for a coffee today, I'm afraid, otherwise I would have stopped. Just at the end of the trail, something you don't see every day, an old house with a bunch of quotes on it in English and Chinese. It's pretty interesting. Not seen anything like this in Taiwan before. I'm gonna take a few minutes and read some of these quotes. There's actually quite a few really nice houses here. It would, or it probably was, a great place to live, but now you've got the #1 highway just there and the noise is constant, so I can't imagine you get much peace and quiet, unfortunately. Oh, there's more quotes here as well. It's kind of a cool ending to the walk. Done. Just, my GPS is saying just over 6 km, but the signs on the trail say 6.4, so make of that what you will. It's taken me about 3.5 hours, but you could probably do it in under 3 hours. As for the grade, I would say a beginner could manage this walk quite easily. The first 3k up to the triangulation point right at the top is the hardest, obviously, and then coming back down is rather easy, although I would suggest instead of coming down the back way like I did, maybe just come back down the same way you came up, because the back route really doesn't have anything of interest at all apart from the quote house, but you can just come and look at that from the trailhead if you want. Yeah, so that's it for the hiking part of today. But now I am so hungry. It's about 12:30 and I had breakfast at 5:30 this morning, so I am super hungry. Let's go find some food. So I've cheated a little bit. Instead of going somewhere local to the trail for food, I've actually come into Tongluo Township because there's a place that I went to a couple of weeks back with my son, and I thought it was really nice, so I thought I might as well introduce it to you guys so you can enjoy the goodness too. So let's head over there right now.
The broth is great. It's so flavorful. What I like about this is that you get several really big, nice chunks of quality meat with it, and the broth is so tasty. I'm not sure what spices they put in it, but it's just different to normal beef meals. It's always busy, this place. Delicious. Perfect for a day like today when it's not so hot. Now it's not anyway. Like the nectar of the gods.
That was delicious. I'm so full now. I can hardly walk back to the car. Last point of interest for today, and in keeping with the flame theme of today's video, is this place. Check it out. Woo! It just happened to be down the road from where I was eating my noodle, so I thought I'd come and check it out. It is a very famous wall here in Tongluo, and it's filled with these flowers. It's called a flame vine, or in Chinese I think it's Pao Zhang Hua, like explosive flower or something like that. And it's super cool. It's always been one of my favorite flowers in Taiwan. Whenever you drive around, you'll see walls of them just at the side of the road, and I always thought they looked great. And then I found out about this place. This kind of is the daddy of all the flame vine walls, I believe. So let's take a better look at it. I just walked the entire length of the wall. It's probably about 800 meters to a kilometer, which is pretty damn long. And now I'm going to go back through the middle of it. Wow, there's even a tunnel here. It's flame-tastic. Okay guys, I think my flame has just about burnt out for today. If you enjoyed it, then don't forget to give me a like. And you can always subscribe to the channel, it's free, and you can unsubscribe at any time you like. And if you really like my content, then you can always hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss an episode every Saturday morning. And last but not least, thanks again to everybody who got me a coffee this week. Really appreciate your support. And don't forget, there are now 3 ways to support the channel. You can buy 3 coffees or more for a Hikelopedia embroidered patch, or you can buy some stickers, or digital downloads of some of my favorite photos. So go to my Buy Me a Coffee webpage, help support the channel. Once again, thanks again guys, and take it easy. See you next week. Over and out.